Hey guys, how's everybody doing this afternoon? So, I just got back from town. The kids had a event they wanted to go to, so I got to swing into my buddy's shop and grab a bowl gouge because I can't find mine. So we can get back to work on this basswood bowl, and hopefully can show the difference between what I consider a spoon gouge and a bowl gouge. Alright, so this is a bowl gouge. This is a spoon gouge. There's definitely quite a lot of difference there. And like I said, if you're only going to have one, especially if you want to do smaller projects, a smaller gouge is fine. It's just going to take more time to work through your projects. When you first pull these out, they should be about as sharp as they'll ever be. I still strop mine just to force a habit. If you don't have one of the strops that are curved, if you put your finger inside the gouge like so, so you're just matching that edge. If you pull down and then just twist your wrist as you go, you'll get across the whole gouge to get the edge polished up. I've also seen people do it this way. I don't like doing that myself personally, just because you stand a chance of riding that edge. All right. Well, let's see how this works. And let's see. I like to set my holes up in the vise just so it gives me something good and secure to hold. Oh yeah, that's gonna go well. This side where I have the cracks in here, let's get you guys closer so you can hopefully see. The side where I have the cracks in the piece, I'm going to leave this edge a little thicker, more so just so I have extra material there to fill the cracks with. But yeah, this will definitely speed this process up, and it does take a little getting used to when you first start messing with a bowl gouge or a curved inset gouge. But once you get the motion figured out with these, it is super fast. And they do work quite fast. Oh. Anytime you get a new chisel, you have to try it out right away. It'll make you feel better. I do wish the handle was a little longer on this one, but I think it will be just fine. Even within the same brand, there are, well, at least I haven't noticed, where you'll find multiple chisels that act the same. Usually they've all got a slightly different bevel or a slightly different edge profile. So they all cut just slightly different. So when you first get a tool like this that you're trying to work with, make sure that you give yourself some practice time to learn how the tool cuts, to how you carve with the tool. But no, it's working really good. I'm getting some nice smooth chips. And these are going across the grain. And for some people that seems like taboo, but it's really not. It's pretty standard. At least in the carving world. And if you haven't carved much yet, this is basswood. And basswood is very much so a good beginner carving wood. It's super soft. Carves well. It sands pretty well. It is fairly forgiving. So most any of your companies that carry and sell carving tools are going to have basswood, poplar. Some are going to carry birch. Like I said, until you start getting into your really dense hardwoods like hickory or oaks, most species are going to carve pretty decent. Maple burl, I still have trouble with my maple burl pieces from time to time. I have to remind myself that I got to slow down, take smaller, shorter cuts. But I don't think I've done any other wood species of burl yet. Definitely working out well. And that's again, this is just another Beavercraft tool. And I do think it's pretty cool. They give you a bunch of scan codes and stuff on their tools. All their tools come with Band-Aids, which this is definitely a hobby where you need Band-Aids. But they come with rules and stuff in them, safety topics in carving. And I don't know, I get into it a little bit more this winter. I might post some stuff on some of the brands of carving tools I have. I don't necessarily want to get into that game, because then you see people think you're like sponsored by somebody, and there's nobody sponsoring me. So but I will say what tools from the Beavercraft that I have gotten so far seem to be working out rather well. Anybody that watches the videos here, if you carve, let me know what kind of tools you use. I would be curious. Unless it's farm equipment, I'm not usually too brand specific. And even on farm equipment, I'm starting to get where I'm not as brand specific anymore. But oh, it's doing a good job. This might even be nice on some of the larger cooking spoons that I make. And hit the door. Here shortly I'm going to start. I've got a bunch of them up here. I got to get cut out on the scroll saw. And especially for cooking utensils, not so much for these bowls, just because the material's too big. When I'm cutting out or carving out cooking utensils, I usually will get a rough shape on them with my scroll saw or a coping saw if I'm not where I can use my scroll saw, just to save me some time. You can carve them 100% of the way out with carving tools, but like I said, carving is a skill set. I don't look at it as like a have to carve something completely out by hand. I am starting to play with these power carvers a little bit. I haven't done any videos on them yet because I'm not overly experienced with them, and I don't want to put anything out there without working with them for a good while first. It is very relaxing. Got a nice fire in the shop. It's nice and quiet outside. There's a certain still after a good hard rain day that the woods have behind our house, minus the traffic that's driving through. It's just very peaceful. I should have went out hunting this afternoon, but didn't much feel like it. I do feel like I did a lot more hunting when I was working full time, just because my job told me what days I could and could not go. And now that I am working for myself, I have a hard time just going hunting just because of I know what kind of work I have to get done. Well, like I said, if you get a chance to hop into Nesmix and see Zach, if you're interested in doing carving bowls or spoons or anything like that, is definitely a good tool to add to your kit. I'm trying to think. When I was in there today, I even left one of my hand-carved maple burl spoons there. And that spoon I did do with the Beaver Craft spoon carving kit, and it worked pretty well. Well, I hope y'all have a great day. And like I said, if you go into Zach's shop and go over, or even tell him, just ask him where his carving stuff is, he'll gladly show you. And maybe you'll see the spoon I left there that I carved out. It's pretty nice. And I get some more of these projects done. Maybe I'll leave some other ones up there for people to see. Hey, I hope y'all have a great day. Like I said, shut these electronics off from time to time. Put some tools in your hand. Be productive. Make sawdust. Make a mess. It'll make you happy. I promise. Have a good one.